It gives a growing percentage of the population who are electrically sensitive and are aware of it. It gives them, even if they can't move there, it gives them a source of hope and inspiration. And then, of course, to the quality of life of the people who've actually taken the time and effort to move there, this has got to be incredibly disruptive.
Well said. The people want it. Both the electrically sensitive people and the researchers want to keep the radio quiet zone. There are always going to be other factors, big telecom and other people that want to just assert their, rights to have business and do whatever they're going to do. But it's now a time, I think there's a window of time where the actions of individuals like you and me stepping up and making things happen will tenfold be effective. So everybody needs to get together right now, support the National Quiet Zone Act to basically support our future funding, lobbying, people traveling in as experts, giving expert testimony and witnesses to the legislature in West Virginia to secure this final place where we can go. And, there is no cell phone towers. There's no Wi-Fi. There's no FM. There's no AM. There's no infrastructure there that will be defended financially by, like you said, most people will just go and they'll try to go and vacation somewhere. But all of those areas tomorrow, you can have a cell phone tower pop up. Boom. So this is the only place that right now doesn't have any infrastructure, and we are securing it to make sure it doesn't happen so we can all have a place to go.
Yeah, even in national parks now, they're, putting up cell towers all through the national parks. And it's getting harder and harder to find those places where, throughout the national forests. I used to live in a national forest, and the only time we had cell reception was when there was a fire and a forest fire. And so they'd come and put up these temporary towers so the firemen could talk to each other. And then when the fire was out, they pulled.
Well, let me address that communication issue because it's a real hot button fear point. If you needed to be reached at any moment, you can have a satellite phone and you can be reached. So there's not needed to have a 5G or cellular phones or networks or anything. Right now, you can have emergency contact information through the satellites, and there are enough satellites to have a sat phone. Dispel all the myths that for 911 services and emergency services you have to have Wi-Fi or some other cell phone communications. You do not.
So satellite phones, is it because it's a kind of a point-to-point connection? It doesn't have those same ambient impacts?
Correct. It's sky-based. The antennas are sky-based, going directly upwards rather than horizontal.
Huh. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Well, thank you. Now I've learned another new thing from you. I keep learning from you. Well, so Andrew, thank you very much for taking the time this morning to come chat with me and the Healthier Tech crew. The website is protectnationalquietzone.org. That's where you can learn about this project. That's where you can donate to support this project. And also, I can only share one tab at a time. Let me just pull it back up, which is the Green Bank Safe Haven, which is where you can go if you're interested in learning more about what life in Green Bank is and can be for you as well. Andrew, thank you so much for the work that you're doing and for taking the time to come chat with me this morning about it.
And thank you, R. Blank. Without you and people like you that have large mass audiences, and without your swing of power and influence, these things would not happen.